The International Monetary Fund says the Trump administration's tariffs have increased the chances of a recession in the United States, and that will result in slower global economic growth. Australia is not immune. Joining me now is our business reporter, Ed Boyd. So the IMF has said overnight, Ed, that our GDP projections this year is just 1.6%.
Yeah, look, not great economic growth figures, but still better than the pandemic years. And let's be clear here that the IMF has basically downgraded the whole world's economy. In fact, every economy in the world is not immune to what's happening in the US and the big battle between the US and China and this sort of looming trade war that's been playing out over the past couple of months. But let's just put up a chart showing the IMF's growth projections. We have 6 months ago, the forecast for Australia was 2.1%. That was the previous forecast for this year. It's now fallen to 1.6%. The US was expected to grow almost 3% this year. Its GDP is the biggest in the world. That's now down to 1.8%. You can see China there, second last on the screen, our biggest trading partner. Their growth was going to be close to 5%. It's now been trimmed to 4%. And then the world, 3.3 down to 2.8. So this is obviously a report that comes out from the IMF every few months. It's important to look at and just get an understanding of how the world economy is holding up. And clearly, Trump's tariffs are causing serious issues with global trade. They're pushing up prices, particularly in the United States, and it's causing economies to slow down and consumers to stop spending as much money as they did before. But let's have a look at the stock market because it's open this morning. It's up strongly, up almost 1.7% in early trade. Wall Street had a good night last night. All the markets across Wall Street lifted sharply, and it's due to US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent basically making some comments suggesting that the trade war with China is probably going to come to an end at some point soon. They're going to dial back their tariffs. There was some comments I saw suggesting that the 145% tariff that the United States are putting on China at the moment is not going to be the final number. It's going to be a lot lower than that. So investors got a lot of confidence out of that last night, sent share prices in America up strongly, and we've followed suit this morning on the ASX 200 as well, Laura, today.
Okay, what about Tesla? It's reported a 71% fall in first quarter profit, and analysts say it could be due to Elon Musk's association with Trump. He is complaining about the persistent attacks from the left.
He is. And we've also seen quite a few Tesla dealerships be attacked and vandalised in the United States over the past few weeks. But these are pretty important results for Tesla. It's obviously their quarterly profits down 71%, revenue down 9%, automotive revenue or sales revenue from cars down 20%. The amount of vehicles they delivered during the quarter was about 337,000. The market was expecting about 380,000 cars to be delivered during the quarter. So it was a pretty tough quarter for Tesla, the worst quarter since 2022. Net income there is what we call profit in Australia, and that was about $410 million US dollars. And Elon Musk did speak on a conference call this morning saying he's going to start spending more time working on Tesla. He said he's been taking up a lot of his time at the moment doing the Department of Doge in the US, basically trying to simplify various government departments. But our understanding is on the 30th of May, his time as a contractor will come up. He has 130 days to work as a contractor, apparently, with the US government. That finishes on the 30th of May. So after that point, it's expected that Musk is going to spend a lot more time at Tesla and his various other businesses than working at the Department of Government Efficiency. So his association with Trump, obviously, they stood side by side during the presidential election campaign last year. It's obviously caused issues with a lot of people who are simply not buying as many Teslas as they were before.
Well, Ed, I hope his contract that he negotiated as a contractor is a pretty good pay packet because it certainly cost him dearly. Ed, thank you so much for that.